Hello, great people. It's your boy Gay, Earnie Royalty. Welcoming you to another great episode of the Royalty Mindset Podcast. I really want to say thank you for what you have been doing, the support. I see the views, I see the likes, I see the comments, the feedbacks. We're doing great. Thank you so much. We can do more actually. We can, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, comment, share, like, and of course, don't forget to click on the notification button so that you can always be notified first whenever I post new content. All right? We can do more. Thank you guys. Yes, on this great episode, we're going to be having a lot of great discussion here. It's just chilly. It's just, kind of home vibe. Nothing much, nothing too serious. But we do have great information to pass across. I believe you're going to sit there and watch and have one or two things you gain from these. So just sit back and listen. And then I am here with a great friend of mine from the UK, from London precisely, that's going to be having this great discussion with me. So I have with me Lissy. Lissy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Earnie. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So happy to have you here.
Thank you.
I was thinking of who can I have this great discussion with? And I was like, not that person other than Lissy.
Thank you.
Cheers to that. All right.
Cheers.
This is the Royalty Podcast, Royalty Mindset Podcast. Okay, so we're going to be having a great discussion today, and it's going to be about traveling.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a bit deep because we'll be delving deeper into other areas of why do people love to travel? What can we do better, when we travel? How can we inspire other people to also travel and all of that?
Yeah.
So it is going to be fun, definitely going to be fun, exciting. So sit back, don't blink, just watch us talk. All right? Yes. So, Lissy, you are in America for the first time, right?
That's right.
Welcome to America.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So, since you've been in America for the past few days now, how many states have you seen?
So I've been to 3 states.
Okay.
I started off in New York City. Then I moved over to Atlanta, Georgia. And now here I am in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, nice. 3 great states.
Yeah.
So among these 3 states, which one would you say you've enjoyed the most?
I'm not sure if I'm going to sound a little bit biased because I stayed over in Atlanta, Texas for the most of my stay here. And I got to do a bit more stuff whilst I was over there than other states that I've been to. So I got to see the history, the culture, meeting people, the nightlife, the tourist attractions, and it really captured my heart. And just being there, and it was awesome.
So you prefer Atlanta, Georgia, right, to other states you'll be? My heart, my people. Just kidding.
Apologies.
Oh, you're great. See, Atlanta truly is a great city and has a very nice vibe.
Yeah.
But I beg to differ a little bit because I live in Dallas, Texas, and I believe Dallas has the best thing in the United States of America. I love Dallas. I really do. I love Dallas.
Yeah, it's a great city.
It is a great city. Of course, my guys in ATL, no disrespect. I love you guys, you know that I love you.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Nice choice. Nice choice. And you have also been to other countries,
Yeah.
The first time we connected was in December of 2022 in London.
Yeah, it's
right?
almost a year now.
Yeah, almost a year now, right? Time is flying so fast.
It does.
Can't even believe that.
Yeah.
Yes. So in London, we met for the first time, and you got to know what I was doing at that point in time. You were like, oh, you were so interested. It sounded like, I love traveling too.
Yeah, I was really inspired by what you were doing.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to have heard from someone and what their experience has been. And I was really, inspired to do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad I was able to inspire you in that regard.
Thank you.
And you mentioned something that was very captivating. You said, okay, you know what I'm going to be doing? From now on, I'm going to be traveling. You were like, every month of the coming year, I'm going to be thinking of a country or whatever trip I have to go on, and I will do it.
Yeah.
Guess what? She's actually been doing those things, like that she said. You've traveled a lot ever since then. You've covered a lot.
I have. Yeah. So initially it was actually meant to be a 6 months, from January to June, and then it's just kind of been awesome.
You couldn't stop.
Yeah, I couldn't stop, and here I am in November, and I've got other trips coming up in December too. So yeah, it's been great.
This is inspiring, even to me. You know, one great thing about you, and what I really love about what you just said, you mentioned that you were going to do it, and you indeed do it, and you are doing it still.
Yeah.
That is integrity. You know, it takes that level of integrity for one to say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you truly go about doing those things.
That's right.
That's integrity.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's integrity. That is great of you. I like that about you. So really great. Now, among all the countries you've visited ever since then, I know I've lost count. Guys, I've lost count. I can't, which one would you say you've really enjoyed the most?
I would say Santorini in Greece.
Santorini in Greece.
It was a really calming place, lots of greenery, and it was just, the views were amazing. It was just a really calm place to be in. Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I've never been to Santorini. It's actually on my bucket list for 2024. Yes. So can you list just list 5 or 6 of different countries that you visited?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking this is because I want to know the reason why you picked Greece, you picked Santorini as your best so far. I want to see other 5 countries that you've been to.
Yeah.
Can you mention them?
So I've been to quite a lot of European countries, such as Switzerland. I've been to Copenhagen in Denmark. I've also been to other parts of the world like St. Kitts and Nevis. I've been to Paris in France. I've also been to Glasgow. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Really, really nice. Okay. Those are great countries. I've been to some of those, but not all of them. I still have a lot to do for myself too. You know, I haven't really traveled that much, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you have. You did quite a bit. You on your European trip, right?
Yeah, I'm trying, but I still have a lot.
Yeah.
I have a lot that I really want to, a lot of places I still want to see.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Nice. So you being a lady, one thing that I always get from ladies when it comes to travel, they'll be like, oh, I don't travel because I don't have friends to travel with. Oh, I have to be in a group before I can travel. In my mind, I'm like, you really don't need to be in a group before you can travel.
Yeah.
You can travel by yourself and all of that. But here you are, a lady doing all these trips all by herself.
Yeah.
I know sometimes you travel with friends, but most of the time you travel by yourself.
That's right.
What inspired you to travel by yourself, and what do you think is risky to travel by yourself as a lady? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, so what really inspired me to start traveling by myself was the fact that I get to choose whichever country that I want to be in, also get to be out of my comfort zone. So I'm somebody that's naturally quite shy, and I grew up being kind of timid. So being around in a new place, new environment that I've never been, and really has really made me come out of my shell a bit more, because I had to connect with people. Coming to travel by yourself, you do need to connect with people.
Absolutely.
And connecting with the locals, doing different kinds of things that really brings out your personality a bit more. And this has been quite helpful for me. I feel like I've grown as a person, I've evolved, I've actually seen different kinds of areas about myself that I discovered whilst traveling. So yeah, it's been awesome. And your second question was regarding the risk and the security. I would say, yes, it is risky traveling as a lady by herself. However, you do have to be cautious, right? And the kind of places that you visit.
Right.
and the places that you're staying at. Make sure that there is security, not really being open and to people in terms of like you're traveling alone. You could just make it out as though you're traveling with other people that have left behind at your hotel, and not really showing people that you're by yourself, because then you're attracting that attention towards yourself, right? Just really be natural, be yourself, just like as if you're in your home city, right? Yeah, so that's really been quite helpful, but also take precautions, right? Yeah,
that is really a great idea and great advice. So everyone that is wanting to travel, not just the ladies, even including the guys as well, you letting yourself be yourself, and being open is very important, right? And then you don't need to be like a coward, letting other people know that you are by yourself or anything like that. So yes, so that is really striking. You mentioned that you just wanted to explore and remove yourself from a certain level of being timid or whatever, because you grew up being timid
and quite shy.
Quite shy, and then you wanted something different. We're like, oh, we only actually have one life to live.
That's right,
guys, we have just one life to live. You have to make use of it. You don't have to wait for a group of people before you travel. Just explore.
You get to meet other people along the way, right? So I've made lots of friends whilst traveling, and also connected with the locals, which is something that can be quite difficult when you're traveling with a group or with somebody else, because you just tend to stick together and don't really associate with yourself with others, right? You just kind of get stuck in a group and you just do your own thing. You don't really talk to other travelers as well. So it's been awesome just being by myself, being out there, connecting with the other people, doing different kinds of activities, touring the country and the city. It's been awesome.
Great. One thing I really enjoy traveling alone is the fact that I'm free to do whatever I want to do.
That's right.
I'm not with any group of persons that will be like, oh, let's go do this, we must do this or we must do that. I'm like, I'm by myself. I'm free. I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to go mountain climbing, nobody's going to tell me, oh, let's not do that. If I want to just walk with my leg, nobody's going to be like, oh, let's not do that. Let's take Uber or whatever. So you can make your own decision and just enjoy yourself. If I want to just be laying down at the hotel or wherever I'm lodging, I'm free. Nobody's going to be telling me, oh, let's go do stuff when I don't want to do stuff. So that's one beautiful thing about traveling by yourself.
The flexibility.
Flexibility. You just really enjoy yourself, and all of that. And going back to ladies who don't like to travel by themselves, what kind of other advice do you want to give them? Okay, let's say, for example, we talked about the risky part, right? Let's not forget that life itself is risky.
That's right.
You sleeping by yourself at home right now is also risky.
It is,
You leaving your bedroom and going to your restroom or to your shower is risky in itself.
Even just stepping outside your door, you never know what's coming at you,
exactly.
Right?
Life in itself is risky. So do not let that keep you from exploring or doing things. In fact, that's where your independence actually starts from. You waking up and say, hey, I want to do this. Yes, I don't care whether I'm with anybody or I just want to do this. That's independence. That's some level of independence. And you'll be amazed how you will feel when you do your first trip by yourself. You've broken and removed that fear, from that moment. It just keeps getting better from there, So don't keep yourself to, just enjoy life. You have just one life to live.
That's right.
Enjoy it, and there's no time. Each day that goes by never returns. It's gone and gone forever. So just chin up, square up, and take that trip. Today, take that trip.
Go for it.
Yes, go for it. All right. So there are so many places people consider to be, romantic places. What would you say qualifies to be referred to a romantic city or country in the world?
Sorry, are you asking of a city and a country?
City. Let's say city.
Mm, Paris, I believe.
Paris?
So
Okay.
I would say Paris. However, you can make whichever city that you're in as romantic. It's about the experience. It's about the setting, right? So you could make it romantic in any city and any country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very right. You're right. People consider Paris to be the most romantic place or the most romantic city in the world.
Yeah.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
I've been to Paris quite a number of times, maybe like 4 times actually. Yeah, to be precise, I've been to Paris about 4 times.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful city, right?
Is.
I love the city.
Yeah.
But will I really call it a romantic city? I don't know if I'm going to call it a romantic city, right? For real, I don't know. And for me, I would prefer a place that is more loungy, a place that is more relaxed.
Yeah.
When you don't have too much activities going on, to be more romantic, you know. I remember we were having a discussion one time. You told me about Santorini, and you said that Santorini was very relaxing.
It was. It was calming.
It was calming.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Such a place is what I would consider a romantic place. You know, a place where you can actually have yourself to yourself.
That's right.
It's calming. If you have somebody around you, it's just you and that person at that moment in time. You share your time and you just enjoy the experience. Yeah. There is no much activities around you that will make you want to go hustling or bustling, whatever. You're just to yourself and having those great views to yourself, you know, having those chefs, you know, just being in that jacuzzi, you know, and all of those great stuff, looking at those great mountains or those fine buildings around you, hearing the sound of birds chirping.
In the morning.
In the morning. Yeah. That's what I consider romantic.
Sunrise, sunset.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, that's what I would consider romantic. So for that reason, I'm going to say, I don't know if Paris actually qualifies. I don't know. You can come for me. I don't care. I don't know if Paris actually qualifies to be referred to as a romantic city, but a place like Santorini, to me, sounds more romantic than a place like Paris. Yeah. Guys, what do you think? Am I kind of talking like I don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, let us know.
Put it on the comment section.
Yeah, let us know.
We want to hear from you. Yeah, but that's my opinion, right? That's my opinion. Great. Awesome. So I want to ask you this question. Whenever you travel to a new place, what usually you look up to or look forward to?
So I'm always looking forward to the history, the culture, connecting with the locals, trying out different kinds of food, activities. Yeah.
Great. I think that's similar to me. That's what I always look forward to. I want to know the history about the place. How do the people, the locals, do things? You know, how do they eat? What kind of food do they eat? How do they, you know, do other things that they like to do? I usually would like to know about those things. And of course, I love to just walk around. Yeah. Yes. I would just leave my hotel wherever I'm lodging and just start walking around.
Yeah, I do the same actually. And that's one of the reasons that I've been able to travel, by myself, because I quite like to walk a lot. Yeah. That's what I like to do. I just move. I just view places around and then get comfortable. Because I like to know my environment first of all. Every time I get to a new place, even for example, say I'm leaving a particular location, like where I live, and I move to a different location. The first thing I like to do is to know my surroundings, know my area. Very important.
Very important. I want to know my area around and all of that. So that's the same thing I do whenever I travel to a new country or a new place. I just want to know what's up around me. How is it built? How is it structured? And that helps a lot. You know, great. So I also like to taste different cuisines, you know, different food. I want to see how their food tastes and stuff like that. So yeah, part of those, you know, great stuff. And Since you've been traveling, have you really made a lot of connections, a lot of friends? Have you made any friends from the trips you've made so far?
I have indeed. I've made a lot of friends, connected with people, and hopefully in the future we'll
Yeah.
get to travel together as well, because we're thinking of the places that would like to travel together. So yeah, that's in the works. So hopefully next year get to
Nice.
travel with other travelers. That would be
Makes
quite an
plenty sense.
experience. Yeah.
That would be indeed an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like to do whenever I travel. I just get connected with people.
Yeah.
I can be an extrovert. I can also be an introvert. I know how to balance things to be an ambivert sometimes. So finding friends is the easiest thing for me, really, for real. Connecting with people is the easiest thing for me.
Yeah.
I can be in a place where I don't know nobody, and before long, I will have a lot of friends or a lot of acquaintances from that particular encounter. So today, I have a lot of people that I know all around the world because of just visiting the place and getting connected with them, and we got connected, and we still talk today.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's one beautiful thing I always look forward to whenever I travel.
Yeah.
That friendship, that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And life is all about networking.
It is. It's very important.
For example, you and I, we connected in London, right? And today we still talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how life is all about. That's one beautiful thing about traveling.
Yeah.
And again, traveling is a form of education to me. You get to understand how people think, how different tribes or different cultures do their things. Yeah. And then you realize that we are all common. We are all very alike.
We are.
Irrespective of your race, your color, your background, whatever. The time when you start traveling, you discover that people from other backgrounds are actually very common to you. You know, we have a lot in common. But you wouldn't know this until you start traveling.
That's right.
Yes. For example, you have a British accent, very beautiful British accent.
I don't believe I do.
Why don't you believe you do? But that's what you have. That's the accent you have.
I don't believe I have a British accent. I just.
So what kind of accent do you think you have?
Normal accent, or probably an accent from my original country, which is Zimbabwe. Yeah.
That's what you think.
I believe so.
No, you don't have a Zimbabwean accent.
Oh really?
You do have a British accent.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Someone like me, I do have a Nigerian accent. Some people say, oh, it sounds Nigerian British. I don't know, but I do know that I have a Nigerian accent. Of course, Nigeria, we have so many accents.
Yeah. So many American twist as well.
So many varieties of accents. Some people speak Nigerian, American, whatever kind of accent. Some people speak Nigerian, British kind of accent.
Yeah.
Some people speak Nigerian accent. So we have them all.
Yeah.
But for me, I think you have a British accent. What I'm trying to say here is this. A lot of Americans, when they hear you talk, they will say, oh, he or she has an accent.
Yeah.
They can only say that because they are here in America.
Yeah.
Because you do not sound American, because you do not have that American accent. Yeah. So they say you have an accent, right? They also forget that when you leave the shores of America to another country, they have an accent at that point in time. But they really don't know.
Yeah.
Because most of them don't travel.
Yeah.
But the ones that do travel really understand this. Yeah. They've been educated to that level of understanding that, hey, everybody has a unique accent.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't speak American accent or they don't speak in American accent does not mean that they themselves, Americans, do not have some other form of accent when they get to another place. So
that's why it's important to have exposure, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I'm heading. Traveling exposes you a lot to a lot of cultures, to understand other people's perspective, other people's way of thinking.
Yeah.
That is what you get when you travel.
Yeah.
A lot of education, a lot of exposure. And then when you start doing that, you start seeing people differently.
Yeah.
People you usually look down upon, you come to realize that, oh, I'm not actually better than these people. Yeah. They are doing their things based on their background, right? Based on the background in which they were raised. And they were raised differently from you. Yeah. And when you get over to theirs, you are also different.
Yeah.
You know, because you were raised in America, different from their background.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you really understand the importance of this harmony, you know, when you understand the importance of these common features or common characteristics amongst the people, you will value humanity more.
Yeah.
Yes, for real. You value humanity more. I tell you, those that have traveled a lot, they are the least racist people I've seen.
Do you reckon?
For real. Those that have really traveled a lot, those that have traveled so well, those are well traveled, they tend to be more open.
Yeah, more receptive.
More receptive and acceptive to others. So racism from there gradually diminishes. Yeah. And that's why it's important to see other people's perspective and see how common we all are as human beings. You know, so that's one thing I really enjoy about traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Do you see that? Do you see that in that light as well, or you see it differently?
I do agree with you, Earnie. I just didn't look at or think about it in that area, but yeah, I do agree with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So guys, try to do some more travels as well. It will all help. It helps you in your development, in everything. And going back to connection, you know, we were talking about connecting with people whenever you travel, having friends and all of that.
Yeah.
I tell you today, I'm a technologist, and then I do a lot in the tech space, right? I was traveling from Switzerland one time to Germany. So on the plane, I had a guy, you know, that was sitting close to me. Yeah. And then I reached out. Hey, how you doing? You know, and we started talking. Yeah. So the discussion really got so much attention between the both of us, and we started really, you know, we introduced ourselves. Yeah. What are you doing? And he was like, oh, I work in a tech startup. We're just doing this and that. I was like, oh, okay, we have something in common. I have a tech startup myself, and this is the level where I am in my building process and all of that. And we were able to exchange a lot of ideas just right on the plane. Oh, wow. We clicked. And we were like, you know what? When we get to Germany, let's try to connect more. Let's go to a bar and have more, you know, some drink and get to really know each other more and see how we can help each other. That connection today has remained one of my best friends from Europe. Awesome. Yes. Successful guy, doing very well, you know, and we exchange and bounce ideas from time to time. That's awesome. That is what traveling can help you achieve. I have a lot of other acquaintances like that have really helped me today in my life quest. Wow. Yes. So that's one thing I really enjoy about traveling. Yeah. Yes. I always try to connect with people, and those connections, sometimes they go well. Of course, not all connections I expect to go well, right? From time to time, but you just need to select the people that you can really relate with very well. Right. And take it all from there. Because life is all about connection. Life is all about building.
Yeah, it's very important to be well connected. You never know, you know, what kind of ideas they can bring and what you can share your knowledge and expertise with them. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I know if we continue to have this discussion, we will not end it because it's always very interesting.
Yeah, there's always more to talk about.
Absolutely. Right? Life experiences and all of that. So it's been a great time with you, Lissy.
Thank you.
We've had a lot of discussion today, which I believe our audience will be able to listen to, watch, and pick one or two ideas or whatever, inspiration from, and make their life better, because what we're doing is to make people's life better, basically. That is what this podcast is all about. We may bring the discussion to you as, you know, easy as it sounds or as relaxing as it is right now. We are in the house just having a good drink and having a discussion, basically. As simple as it is, we definitely have it in mind to provide you value. Yeah. Remember, this is the Royalty Mindset Podcast. It's all about building your mindset, right? To transform you into a better person so that you can live and enjoy your life. Today's episode, we just talked about traveling, is part of building your mindset, reconstructing and reconditioning your mindset to think, you know, in a way that will help your life, right? If you have not really considered traveling, I know a lot of you, because I have conversation with a lot of people. I know what they tell me. Oh, I really love to travel. Some will say, oh, I don't have the financial means to travel. Some will say, oh, I don't have the money. I have the financial means to travel. I just cannot travel by myself. And that was how we came this day to tell you, you can actually travel by yourself without having to depend on anybody.
Yeah.
That fear needs to leave you now. Give it a try. Give it your first shoot.
Yeah.
Just go somewhere. Book your flight. Take that trip. Just go. If you do it once, that fear already is conquered.
That's
and
right.
you, just like Lissy,
Yeah.
Lissy travels around the world most of the time by herself.
Yeah.
And she's making great connections.
Yeah.
She started it one day and was like, no, forget about all these fear that I have.
Yeah.
This timidity needs to go.
Yeah.
I need to be a better version of me.
Yeah.
And she started taking those trips and she wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
Lissy wouldn't
I
stop.
can't stop. Well, Earnie, thank you so much for having me. I had an awesome time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the great discussion we've had.
Thank you.
And then our connection will remain strong.
Amen.
We'll keep having it. Yeah. All right, guys. Enjoy your day. Bye.